Hi folks, this week we are talking about the key of G. Now up until this point we have been focusing on the key of C, and our C major scale of course defines the key of C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's all the white keys on the piano, and we've been doing the scale with our fingers up and down, and we've even learned which chords are related to the key of C. For instance, the home key, the 1 in key of C is, that's right, C major, right? Which is made up of C, E, and G. The 4 chord in the key of C is F major. Good. And spelled in root position is F-A-C. Of course, the way that we play it in C position is C-F-A. But that chord is in the key of C. Finally, the 5 chord, which we call the 5-7 or dominant 7 chord in the key of C, is G7. Very good. Which is, if I spell it out in root position, G, B, D, F. However, when I've been playing it, I take away the D and I just play 3 notes, G, B, and F. But I reorganize them in the chord inversion in order that they should be more smooth to play in the key of C, because I'm in the C position when I'm playing it. So I play B, F, and G, right? B, F, and G. So to review, in the key of C, my 1 is C, E, G. My 4 is F major, but I play it C, F, A, which is an inversion, so that I'm staying nice in the C position. And then I play G7, B, F, G, because that again is an inversion that works nicely in C position. Now, let me clarify that there's C, the key, which is based on C major and the C major scale. And there is C position. That is me putting my fingers on the piano in C position. So I could play, let's say, when I play the C major scale in my right hand, and I play C, D, E, and then I bring my thumb over to F, I'm actually now in F position, but I'm still in the key of C because I'm playing the rest of the C major scale. I'm just in F position because it's where my thumb is holding, where I'm thinking of as my foundational note of my position for my fingers. And then I go back to C position, right? Whereas in my left hand, when I play the C major scale, I start on my pinky, finger 5 is my C position, and then I move my hand over so that I play A, B, C, which actually is me again in F position with my left hand. So your position is where you're starting from, but that's not necessarily the key. But the key of C major, that's what we've been living in. But now let's talk about the key of G. G as in glad to see you, okay? The key of G is a completely different world. We have now moved from, let's say, the state of New York to the state of Massachusetts. We are in the United States of America, but we are clearly in a different state with different laws. They may be very similar in many ways, but there are certain things that are different. So, for instance, the root in the key of G, you guessed it, G. G major, however, has 1 sharp, F sharp. There's no F anymore, only F sharp. And F sharp is the first black key to the right of F. It's a little bit higher than F, which is why it's a sharp, okay? So the G major scale, I'm gonna show you my screen now. The G major scale, as we have here, we have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. Okay? And on the left hand, G, A, B, D, E, F sharp. Right? So that is what makes the key of G different from the key of C. Because the key of C is, first of all, the root is C. And secondly, there are only natural notes. In the key of G, the root is G. And there's an F sharp, one sharp. Okay? That makes it the key of G, no matter what you do. Now, I want to show you that back here at the beginning, we also have a sharp symbol. Okay? This sharp symbol at the beginning of the line represents a key signature. It's like a signature, right? I can look at that sharp at the beginning of the music, and it tells me if I'm in the key of C or in the key of G. If it has no sharps or flats at the beginning, I know I'm in the key of C. If it has one sharp, like we see here, that first sharp is always F sharp. And therefore, I know that the only major key that has one sharp, F sharp, is G major. So I know I'm in the key of G. Okay? So, to review, now my root is on G, and my F is no longer an F, but an F sharp. And that makes it in the key of G. Now, at the beginning of the music here, where you have the sharp and the key signature, if you only have one sharp, it's always F sharp. There's never a time when you'll see one sharp at the beginning of the key signature and it be something else, like C or D or A or whatever. If there's one sharp, it's always F sharp. Here's a little mnemonic device. There's an order to sharps. One sharp, F. Two sharps, F, C. Three sharps, F, C, G. Fat cows go down and eat breakfast. That's the order of sharps. I'll repeat it. Fat cows go down and eat breakfast. So if I have four sharps, I know it's fat cows go down. The first four sharps are F, C, G, D. Fat cows go down. So if I have one sharp, it's F sharp. And I know that the key that has one sharp, F sharp, is G major. So we are now in the key of G. That's what defines the key of G. Everything will come from the scale. I will now move my hands into G position and play the scale from G position. I will play the same fingering pattern that I played in C major, but now starting on G. And of course, I will play an F sharp toward the top instead of an F natural, because this is what defines the key of G. Okay. I'll continue, and we will talk more about chords in the key of G.